Welcome to what I would say is going to be the most exciting show of the entire year. Yeah, I know it's just the start of the year, but still to call it the most exciting show of the year. We'll go to CES. We've got a brand new Oppo F15 that I think is a remarkable phone, especially at the price point that they're coming in. Boy, are they getting super aggressive. And then, of course, I'm going to show you a piece of art in the world of mobile phones. Looks like it's carved out of a piece of ice. It's from Xiaomi and it is absolutely amazing. That and a whole lot more happening on the Cell Guru Show.
Oppo adds F15 to its F series. We review the F15, which comes with quad camera and some other nifty features, and tell you if it is worth your money. Cell Guru travels to the mecca of future tech in Vegas, and we bring you all the latest from the world of technology from the Consumer Electronics Show. Xiaomi showcases the Mi Mix Alpha, a 5G concept phone with surround display that costs 250,000 rupees, and we also talk to Xiaomi as it plans to focus on the Mi series in India this year. And as the marathon season is upon us, we give you some tips to train with tech for a marathon.
Let's take a look at the news that came in from the world of mobiles. We had Honor making a huge comeback here with their Honor 9X and their Magic Watch 2, and Xiaomi too had some very interesting announcements.
One brand that has finally jumped onto the pop-up bandwagon is Honor. Honor just launched its new budget-friendly 9X phone. This phone comes with a 48-megapixel triple camera setup along with a 16-megapixel pop-up selfie camera. There's a 6.59-inch full-view display and it's a phone with GPU Turbo 3.0 for gamers. The 9X has been priced at 13,999 rupees for the 4GB variant. And the 9X was not alone in the big launch by Honor this week. There was also the Honor Magic Watch 2 that was launched by the company. This has a stainless steel build and AMOLED display and is powered by the Kirin A1 chipset. It has 15 goal-based fitness modes. The Honor Magic 2 will start at 12,999 rupees.
Ever wondered what happens after the folding phones become the new normal? This, the future. A phone that's all screen on the front and on the back. Meet the Mi Alpha from Xiaomi, a 5G concept phone that breaks the mold of what a smartphone can look and do. This future phone has one screen which curves and bends and offers a never-seen-before surround display.
From the beginning.
The screen not only hides the fingerprint scanner beneath but also acts as a speaker for sound. The sides still host all your controls and they would take some time to get used to. This screen concept can do a lot more.
The wraparound display, basically the front of the display is used mostly for your video consumptions, for your emails and everything else, whereas the back of the device is dedicated to take care of your home IoT devices. For that matter, if you have an air purifier at home, you can switch or basically flip over your device and you can have your entire IoT control happening on the back of the device.
There is a 108-megapixel triple camera setup on board, giving us pixels and pixels, ensuring a rich picture. The sensor is larger than what you would normally see on a phone, which means more light can sneak in for low-light shots. Turn around and the 108-megapixel lens also becomes your selfie camera. There is no compromise made on materials used in designing this phone.
We are using titanium, where we are using ceramic and sapphire together to build this particular device.
The super flagship 5G-ready smartphone runs on the finest tech under the hood with Snapdragon 855 Plus, and while we know this phone is a concept, but if at all it comes to India, it is likely to be priced as high as 250,000 rupees. Even though the Mi series is present in India, it is sporadic, and now Xiaomi plans to change that in 2020.
We do believe that the market is also ripe for something like that, for the simple reason that the premium segment continues to grow, and as we see people bringing in using the third, fourth, fifth smartphone, they tend to ask for a lot more from their smartphone, and we believe that that demand is going to drive the growth rates for devices about 20,000-25,000 rupees, and we believe that's where the Mi premium flagship devices will have a big play.
Sure, we will see a lot more of Mi phones this year, but will we witness the Mi Mix Alpha launch here?
We are still evaluating on bringing this smartphone to India. Like I said, this is a 5G concept smartphone. We are still working with the government bodies to understand that how soon can we roll out 5G in our country. At the same time, we are still evaluating, because there's only one production belt which is capable of manufacturing this particular device. So we are still in the process of evaluating, but we will keep you updated about that.
So let's start off with CES. I think this is where things became really, really interesting. Like I told you last week, CES is not really about mobile phones. It's not about the kind of technology we cover on this show. But this year, boy, was it.
Now this is a phone that we haven't not really seen before. This is the LG G8X ThinQ. It's a dual screen phone. LG is doing things very differently with this, but this is the foldable phone we really need. Well, it's got two screens, it's easy to type. All the functions are displayed on this wall, but it's something that we have already seen in India. But there's another phone right here, the LG V50s ThinQ. It's a 5G phone, and that's the new phone at CES. So we'll take a very quick look at that as well. Technology took over the Vegas Strip last week, and Team Salguru was in the thick of it all. But amongst all the clinking chips and flashy screens, some phones really made us sit up and take notice. And the first out of these was LG's dual screen phone. LG is giving delicate foldable phones a run for their money with the super durable, simple and almost a no-brainer snap-on dual screen. Meet the LG G8X ThinQ dual screen. You can seamlessly pair a second 6.4-inch OLED display, which will let you multitask like never before. Two screens also means more power, and it comes with a 4000 mAh battery. The entire phone charges as one unit. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset powers this beast, and there are two cameras on the back and a 32-megapixel front shooter. But apart from the specs, the real deal is in using the phone and experiencing it. The new LG Gamepad 2 lets you play with controls on one screen and a full-screen game display on the other. One screen can function with text and the other with mail or a browser, and any amount of dual-screen usage and combinations are possible. Toggling between apps is seamless with the UI on this phone. And if you're bored of the other screen, you can simply snap it out and carry just one phone around as well. We use the G8X ThinQ dual screen, and it definitely is the foldable we never knew we needed. LG also brought forth their new 5G phone. This is the LG V50s ThinQ. It has a nice streamlined frame with a 6.4-inch OLED screen. It is powered by the Snapdragon 855 chipset, and it packs in 8GB of RAM. There's no dearth of battery either on this phone, as it brings a 4000 mAh one with Quick Charge 3.0. It is a 5G phone, but all the action lies in its camera. There is a dual rear camera that can take bright low-light shots and even a 4K time-lapse. One phone that felt right at home at CES was the glitzy new gaming phone by Xiaomi's Black Shark. They showcased their new Black Shark 2 Pro that was originally announced in July 2019. The design is very similar to the Black Shark 2. In fact, where this phone goes pro is only with the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset that the phone sports. This heavy-duty processor means 15% faster graphics and a very low touch latency and a response speed of 34.7 milliseconds. It has a multi-layer liquid cooling system which Xiaomi claims can reduce the temperature of the CPU by a whopping 14 degrees. The display is a 6.39-inch AMOLED Samsung screen with a 60Hz refresh rate. There's no news of this phone hitting Indian shows just yet. And there was a whole host of quirky tech we laid our eyes on at CES this year. Starting from this Oral-B toothbrush that has Alexa built into it. This is the Oral-B guide, and you can now talk to your brush and shoot commands at it to do a thorough job of brushing your teeth. This is a $230 brush, and it's water resistant as well. You can even control your smart home through the brush. The base has the speaker and it can be placed on a sink. The brush can be controlled through the Oral-B app. Now this is no ordinary belt. Meet Welt Smart Belt Pro that can track your fitness levels through the day, and it can even assess your fall risk by analyzing the imbalance in your walking. And the entire data shows up on its app and it can be tracked from there. Who said wearables were only meant for your wrists? And tech can always assist in our vanity. So here's some beauty tech at CES this year. And this one is more for your skin. It's a printer called the Oppo by Procter & Gamble that can identify spots and deposit tiny droplets of a facial serum to treat them. The serum goes into the skin, leaving a smooth effect. Ever wanted a watch that was smart yet retained the charm of a traditional watch? Well, Withings has come out with the new Scan Watch. It's a clinically tested watch and it has a heart rate and SpO2 monitor on it. It also has a rechargeable battery that can last a whopping 30 days. CES sure left us with varied but mind-boggling tech at Vegas this year.
Let's move on now to our next story. This is our top story in terms of a review. This is the Oppo F15, just announced, just launched, and already on our show. I'm going to tell you 3 or 4 things about it that really stand out. So first and foremost, one of the thinnest phones that has been released, 7.9 mm. One of the lightest phones that has been released. Fantastic to look at. This back rainbow design, this color design that catches the gradient light is absolutely fantastic. 4 cameras at the back, and they've raised it so there are no scratches. Fantastic screen in the front. So lots and lots of really powerful things, including VOOC 3.0 flash charging. Here's our detailed review.
As tech switches decades, Oppo brings a phone that gets you ready for the new era with features that are future-proof. From design to optics to charging capabilities and immersive gaming experience, the Oppo F15, which is priced at 19,990 rupees, may well be a winner for the brand, and here is why. Let's start with the design. It's light. We promise your hand won't even ache after using the phone for an hour at one go. It's thin at 7.9 mm, and while it is comfortable to hold the phone, try and not drop it. Even though the phone has Gorilla Glass 5 for protection, it's better to be safe than sorry. We like the minimalistic design of this phone, though the 3-color gradient back does remind us of another phone. The Oppo F15 looks chic and premium. There is a vertical ring that hosts a quad camera setup on the rear, which is slightly raised to avoid scratches on the rear panel. There is an in-display fingerprint on this bezel-less device, which is 45% faster than the previous one. We tried it, and yes, it is quick and accurate. Now coming to the USP of the F15, the 48-megapixel ultra-wide-angle macro quad cam. The quad cam is a combination of a 48-megapixel main sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide macro lens, a 2-megapixel mono lens, and a 2-megapixel portrait lens. The 48-megapixel delivers good pictures with details. There is so much we could do with this camera. We clicked portraits, shot ultra-wide-angle photos with distortion correction and macro shots, which came out really well on this phone. The video mode comes with AI beautification and anti-shake feature, which brings stability to the videos option and is great for content creators. The night mode is decent too, but maybe not the best. The water drop notch on the front houses a 16-megapixel selfie camera, which has an option of beauty mode like almost all Oppo phones. The selfies come out well. The Oppo F15 features a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus display, which is beautiful. The colors are bright and vivid. It runs on ColorOS 6 on top of Android 9, which is neat. This new Oppo phone has promising tech under the hood with 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, and it is powered by the Helio P70. In our time with it, we didn't face any issues or lags. It comes with Game Boost 2.0, which enhances the gaming experience. The other thing we really like on this device is the VOOC Flash Charge 3.0, which charges the phone super quick with a 20-watt charger that comes in the box. The Cell Guru verdict. For 19,990 rupees, the Oppo F15 is a beautiful package deal that doesn't leave you wanting more. And that in the tech world, my friend, is a victory.
We'll take a quick break right now on the Cell Guru Show. When we come back, lots more. So guess what season is around the corner? Well, multiple things are around the corner, including, of course, Valentine's and everything else, but we're not doing that right now. Marathon season is pretty much out here. How can technology, especially portable mobile technology, help you to become a better marathon runner?
Marathons can be challenging and intimidating if you are planning to run in one. Tech can help you perform better. Apart from training, eating, drinking and sleeping right, some gadgets and apps can help you reach your goal. We got Reeti Sahai, popular marathon runner, on the show to give us some tips and tricks on how she uses tech to train for a marathon, and does tech help her at all?
My watch helps me keep a track of my pace and my speed. It actually helps me to write down a goal or, measure my goal in a much nicer manner. I mean, I keep getting updates every now and then where it says stand up, go walk, move, so stuff like that keeps you more motivated, and it helps you achieve your goal in a more structured manner. Doesn't let you be lazy. When I'm running, and especially when I'm on my long runs, and there are times I run really, really early, as early as 4 a.m. I don't need to, this has a retina display which is, constantly on. So I'm seeing my stats through and through. I don't need to actually, you press a button or do something like that. So stuff like that. It has an auto pause function. So if I take breaks, which I have to take, or any runner needs to literally take to refuel, hydrate, it auto pauses, so that's saving time, and I'm not really worried about doing that. The other thing that I love about the watch is when I'm standing at the start point of a marathon, of a race, the last thing I want to really stress about is, being able to start my GPS, So here, the GPS starts as I just hit the button. It's not like there's a wait time for the GPS to start. The watch also gives me an indication if I'm running at a faster heart rate. So, do I need to control my pace and stuff like that? The distance I've covered. So, the 3 parameters that are really key to me when I'm running a marathon, which is distance, the heart rate and the pace. Set those a night before. Ensure I put off all notifications so it doesn't bother me and I'm concentrated when I'm running. Things like those. I could put an alarm, which is what I do mostly. If we can have a feature that tells us it's time to have a gel Reeti, depending on the number of kilometers I've run or the pace I'm running at, because it does have a lot of our data when we set it, when we get the watch, yeah? So if it can do that, give us signals and warnings that, it's time to take a gel, it's time to hydrate, I think that would be brilliant. Because at times we get carried away when we're running a marathon, we want to run an X time, and we may tend to forget to take that gel that's required when it is. So, that alarm or that notification would be great, I feel.
If you don't have a fitness tracker or a smartwatch, then there are apps that can come in handy. Nike Run Club app is the ultimate companion for a runner. It brings the tools that you need to run better, giving the runner pace, distance, GPS route and elevation, heart rate and mile splits, complete with audio feedback to keep on track. Plus, they have a social platform to encourage you. Strava is another great app to train with, as it gives you all the key stats like distance, pace, speed, elevation gained and calories burnt. Also tracks your path, and you can always participate in the challenges on this app to motivate you. Drink Water Reminder is an essential app, as it reminds you to hydrate from time to time, which we all know is important while training for a marathon. All these apps are available for free on Android and iOS. Marathon season is around the corner, so if you're participating in one, happy running!
That then was the Cell Guru show for this week. Lots coming up next week, including the Honor 9X, the Magic Watch, and a whole lot more. See you then.